Everybody. Welcome to Coach Cruise. I'm your host, Brad, and we have a couple guests with us already. We have Andrew from Funnelheads
Hey guys.
and Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel.
What's going
And
on?
we might get a couple more people to pop in.
Nice.
But definitely, some of the biggest cruise news this week is the Carnival Celebration. But definitely, I got the background noise going, I think. Hold on.
I have to pull up your live too. I'm not prepared for this.
No worries. I think, okay. All right. Well, let me say hi to some people here first. See, we got Fireball Steve, Lito Tito, Z, I saw is here. Tony G just checked in, among others. And I know I also invited some people that are on the inaugural. The thing with the inaugural is a lot of people have already started traveling over there. Mm-hmm. And depending upon exactly where they are at, it's like midnight or 1 a.m. right now.
Right.
So, some of them are probably getting ready for bed. And Tim just popped in along with Christy. What's up, you two? But if anybody hasn't already crossed the pond, so to speak, and is waiting to fly out to go on the inaugural, or if you're already over there and you can't sleep because you're still on this time zone, we got Deidre who's getting on the celebration in June. Deidre, I'm going to be on June also, June 25th. I don't know what date you're going on, but June 25th, I'm going to be on the celebration as well. I forgot to introduce this dog here, Sadie.
The most important one.
Yeah. She and Jamie's here. The thing is, Bruce, that's on the screen here from Ocean to Ocean, he did a $20 super chat. Now, some of you have gotten used the last month or so to me doing shots for every $10 super chat. I was doing shots, but I'm going to make Sadie. She's a happy participant today because for every $10 super chat, she's going to get an entire hot dog.
Oh man!
So Bruce is making my dog the happiest dog in Chicago right now.
She's never going to get out of that chair.
She got to get off the chair she'll be back for the other one in a second. So super chats today. I'm staying away from the shots for a couple reasons. One, I had too much last week. Two, I'm trying to drop a couple pounds before my cruise on Thanksgiving on the Carnival Magic. And so I took the week off. So I haven't had a drink since last Tuesday. I might jump back in next Tuesday. But to get my tolerance level back up a little bit prepare for the cheers package on the Magic. But getting back to the celebration. So I don't know. We were talking off screen before we went live. And I know Andrew and we've both been on the Mardi Gras. Now, Bruce, you went on the Mardi Gras once, didn't you? Or
no, I was scheduled to go on the Mardi Gras, but then we had to change, so I haven't been on that one yet.
Oh, okay.
I am planning on booking that one and the celebration. So
okay. And Will is here. What's going on, Will? I know Andrew was. I mean, I swear, it seemed like Andrew. I joked with him about it. It seemed like he was living on the Mardi Gras for last year for a stretch. I'm like,
we were living it up
on the Mardi Gras. He had like 100 Mardi Gras videos. This guy. So Mardi Gras, and for people that don't know, is the sister ship to the Carnival Celebration. So it's strikingly similar in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. You know, they might have changed this color scheme or the look of the bars or, something like that, but it's going to be eerily similar in a lot of ways to the Mardi Gras. So we were talking off air, but I didn't get to everything. So what have you guys seen that you can compare to the Mardi Gras that you've seen on the celebration that John Heald shared and pictures and things like that?
I mean, it's going to be pretty much identical as far as layout goes, but the unique landings are, of course, going to be different names, colors, designs. They're going to have a lot of cool features that only this ship will have. And the one area that am really looking forward to seeing, and we kind of got glimpses of it through John Heald's live, was the area that holds all of the, I guess you'd call it like memorabilia or like artifacts from the previous cruise vessels. Like they had the one item from, I think it was the Carnival on it, which was really cool. So that's one area that I want to like nerd out in and get a bunch of content in. So
yeah, for sure. And I think if I'm guessing the area that you're talking about, so John shared, John Heald, I'm referring to, the Carnival ambassador, for those of you that don't know, he shared a video and I replayed it basically through one of mine, but they had I don't know if it was the Sensation or the festival or whatever, but how you steer the ship. Well, not steer the ship. It wasn't the wheel, but the thing that you thrust to go faster, or the throttle or whatever. But it's this big giant, and it's sitting in the middle of the hallway, and it's still working and functioning, and you can grab it and basically put it forward, put it back, or whatever. But John had the captain demonstrate how that thing worked, and that was really cool. And then they have portholes, in the hallway walls that have I don't know if they're LCD screens or what, but they're basically a tribute to the decades of Carnival and the introduction of their first ships, to the 80s, to the 90s, and up into the present. And then they have coins, I think, of every Carnival ship ever. Oh, wow. I think. And those coins are going to be inserted, in the tiles. So you can kind of walk around and see like, oh, okay. And this was all just in front of the Golden Jubilee, which was the brass magnolia on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Not only that, but they had tables, and they took these tables from one of the older ships. I forget. I think it's one of the ships that had been destroyed. It might have been the Fascination or something. I don't know. But, just really artsy tables. So I've been really pleased with how they've tied in a lot of the past into this new Carnival celebration. And it kind of makes you feel good for the people that are nostalgic to I don't know, if you've been on some of those older ships and you heard they got destroyed or they're no longer in the fleet or whatever, it kind of makes you feel good to be like, hey, I was on that ship and here's a piece of it right here.
Right.
And,
yeah.
And nostalgia is always like amazing if it's done right, and they're doing it right by including this. I mean, for people that have been on some of these older ships or previous ships, I mean, you see something that you saw back then right in front of you again, and you thought was gone forever. I mean, it's really cool. It gives you the chills. So it's going to be a special area, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. And I see Lido Tito and Lynn is here. And yeah, Lynn is Go Astros. I have a lot of friends that are Astro fans. Sorry, Philly fans out there, but I mean, it's not that I'm going to lose much sleep if the Astros win, but I'll lose, that is. But I'll feel bad for all my Astro fan friends. So, so yeah, I will go along with that. Lynn, Go Astros. And Lido Tito says Rolls Royce have you guys heard about?
The Ecstasy Rolls Royce is going to be right in front of I think it's one of the bar areas. It might be the Golden Jubilee, actually. I forget exactly where, but I saw a picture of it. Looks all polished, beautiful, ready to go.
Yeah, Lido Tito just pointed out. I think he sees Sadie fiending here for these hot dogs in front of me. But hot dog number 2. So this week I'm not doing shots for those of you tuning in late. So for every combination of $10 super chats, Sadie gets a hot dog. So this is Bruce's second hot dog because he started us off with the $20 super chat. So
I will tell you what, she is very well behaved. Our dog, no, you're not going to hold anything up in front of her and have her just sit there waiting for you to hand it to her. You got your hand in her mouth and everything. Give me that.
Yeah, she's a pretty good dog. She's a pretty good dog. I can we tease her and make fun of her a lot, but she's a good girl. She should be, for as much as she's spoiled, I swear. And then we got the Merry Mixer here, Angie Brooks. I call her the Merry Mixer because that's what she calls herself. She is the cake queen. You know, there's the cake boss, and she's the. I've given her several nicknames, but yeah, anybody that's friends with her on Facebook that's seen her handiwork, I'm telling you, it's like something out of magazines. Like, I don't know what bakery magazines would look like, but I imagine they'd look like the pictures I see on her Facebook page of all the stuff that she cooks up. The cakes look, like I said, like the stuff you see on those TV shows, Cake Boss and stuff like that. So how you doing, Angie? And Angie surprised me. Tim's got another hot dog for Sadie, and she jumped up on the chair and she's waiting for it, Tim. She must have seen that super chat pop up because she's like, look, Pops, there's a hot dog up there for me. So Angie, and for those of you that follow the vlogs that I post, we met Angie, Christy, and Nikki, the 3 BFFs. I call them the Charlie's Angels on the Carnival Valor. And we had a great time partying with them all week. And they said that, we got to cruise with you guys again. So, I mentioned some of the cruises I was on, and they messaged me one day that, oh, yeah, we're going to try to get on a cruise. But a lot of people say that, and it doesn't even happen. And so April 1st, they booked the Horizon, which is what I'm booked on for spring break. So we are going to meet up with them again. So looking forward to that. And Tim, Tim, here you go. This is Tim's hot dog for Sadie. Give a high five for that.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Go down and enjoy
She's
it.
living her best life right now.
I think she thinks this is the best idea I've ever come up with.
She's like, you're a genius. Why haven't you thought of this before?
Well, the funny thing about her is, so I mean, for the many shows before, I've had her up here, and I just tear off little hot dogs and treats and everything else like that. And Lido Tito just made her happy again. And she got trained to the point where, the first time I had this chair, I mean, it's not super big, so she was a little leery about, climbing up there, and I had to kind of coax her up. And then now I just set the chair in here, and she jumps up there like, okay, it's showtime.
I'm ready.
Let's get this thing rolling. Yeah. I tell you what, this is pretty good. Maybe I should have brought more hot dogs. And these are big, fat hot dogs.
Did you guys see what John Hill dropped about 3 hours ago?
Yeah, I actually did a video on it real quick this evening.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that on my live tonight too. That's starting November 3rd. Priority boarding coming back for diamonds and platinums.
Yeah.
Wait, so priority boarding what now?
Priority boarding is coming back for diamonds and platinums starting November 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I mean, November.
They're still keeping the the zone time that we've been accustomed to for the last year and a half or so. So you still got to log in, pick a time, platinum, diamond, get pretty much a heads up or that 48-hour lead time to get their specific time. But it's going to just be like the past, where they're going to have that priority line. You kind of skip everybody that's in your zone that's not platinum and diamond, and you get to be the first one on. But in my video, I was talking about the best thing for us is being able to get to the room. Not that it's going to be ready until 1:30, but you at least drop all your stuff off. And then you also have priority luggage drop off. So your luggage will be delivered to the room before others as well. So we're really looking forward to that. Excited that it's back. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious too. I'm going to have to watch the video. So I'm doing November 19th, the Carnival Magic. So, I mean, I was expecting to do the early check-in 17 days out, which I believe is tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for me. So if I chose not to do that and I just showed up at 10 or 10:30, whatever the early would I be able to get on or no, from what I'm understanding?
So you still have to pick a time frame no matter what. So you don't have to pick it in that 48-hour notice, but to online check-in, it's going to make you pick a time frame. So usually the earlier the better. Obviously, if you have a light flight or you're arriving later, you're going to pick a later time. But basically, you're just skipping the line of people that you're with. So like, let's say you have a 10 to 10:30 slot to check in, you're going to skip past everybody in your 10 to 10:30 who's not platinum or diamond, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. I got you. Let me say hi to a couple people I missed. I know Jamie was in here earlier because now I see Tex is here. What's going on, Tex? Exploring with Eric. He's been on since the beginning. Will, I mentioned already. And then we have Marcia and Kurt of CME Traveling. Kurt was our guest on here. They're eating dinner and probably drinking moonshine. It's just a little joke when we're he said, don't say anything about that. So, and then the magnets I know are a big thing, but I actually caught one of their shows.
We love those magnets.
Yeah.
I give him a hard time every morning on their live, and he just starts shaking his head.
Yeah. I know the show I watched, there was a reference to the magnets, and then Kurt was trying to block the magnets out from the camera being able to see it and stuff. So I don't know what the whole story behind the magnets is, but it's kind of funny. Z, you asked why I'm not doing any shots. Well, I felt them last week. I don't know. Like normally, I do it. I drink my water, everything. And I felt it last week. And not only that, but, I'm trying to consume a few less calories leading up to this Thanksgiving cruise that I'm going on. So I can fit in my bathing suit and maybe drop a couple pounds. Because once I get on the ship, I'm all about indulging, and I'm going to eat what I want to eat. And I'm going to drink what I want to drink. I'm going to enjoy myself. So yeah,
Right.
So I'm just trying to watch it for a little bit. But I'll probably be back having a couple next week, Z. So yeah, that's it. Will, you're just not going to make platinum till October 23rd. Well, hey, heck, that's that's not too far. There's a lot of people that wish that was the case for them, that they only had that far to go or whatever. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah. So a couple things, improvements on the Carnival Celebration. Have either of you or anybody in chat for that matter, have anybody heard about improvements that they've made on the celebration in comparison to the Mardi Gras, or something in general to be excited about?
Not necessarily improvements. I'm sure there are, but I haven't really gone that much in depth. Unfortunately, I'm not booked on the celebration at this point. We're trying to pay off some cruises for next summer at the moment, so the celebration will have to hold. But I do hope they improve a couple of different things, mainly the bathroom situation on the Mardi Gras for the celebration. I'm sure they figured out that was kind of a weird setup and in the public areas. Did you come across that, Brad, when you were on it?
I didn't. I guess it didn't bother me too much. I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember going to the bathroom a whole lot. But yeah, they were in kind of odd places sometimes.
Well, it wasn't really the odd places, but I just remember there was many of times where either I was using the restroom or somebody else was using the restroom, and the doors, because they would open with the hand button thing, they would open real slowly and then close really slowly, and girls and guys would walk past each other's bathrooms, and you just be like, hi. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I know what you're saying now. Yeah. Those things are a little goofy, the door waving, and then when you do go into one of them, if you go into one and you're wanting some privacy or something, you stand there after you walk in and you're waiting for the stupid door to close. And it seems like it takes forever. And you're like waving your hand in front of the thing, like, okay, close. And then it closes and you're not entirely sure it's locked.
It's locked. Yeah. You're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. There may be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. And I've seen a couple people surprised as well, you know, and not in a good way. So yeah, I know what you mean on that. No, the reason what's up?
On Mardi Gras, they have the 3-story big the screens. That's one of the big selling points of that thing. I heard someone on another channel I was on that they only had the screen so you could see out on the first day on embarkation, and other than that, it was always because they were practicing and stuff. Is that right?
You're talking about Grand Central.
You didn't have the windows and everything during the cruise.
Are you talking about Grand Central? Is that?
Yeah, in Grand Central.
Gotcha. So on the Celebration, it's Celebration Central, which I just learned. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of times where they were practicing, but there was a lot of times that the windows were open, specifically when we were like sailing. A lot of times when we were in port, they had the screens up or them doing, some type of, act or practicing stuff like that. But we actually enjoyed it. There was, at the little coffee place, they have breakfast there, and it's actually free. They have a bunch of different sandwiches and bagels, croissants, stuff like that, which is one of our favorite places to eat breakfast. It's completely different than, your traditional Lido buffet or even going to breakfast in the main dining room. But we would just grab a bunch of sandwiches or whatnot, coffee, it's right there. And then we'd sit and watch them practice, and it was awesome. But yeah, we never had an issue with, the screens being up all the time. There's no better area than to watch the sea go by than that.
Yeah, that's good. Especially on sea days, I think that would be, a pretty big thing to have them down so people can be watching and everything. Yeah.
I mean, they have stuff during the day too. Like, they do bingo in there a little bit and Deal or No Deal. I mean, they have definitely shows and events going on, but it's not, all the time. So.
Tell you one thing that they're doing with the Celebration, I hope they do with the Jubilee, because that's the one I am booked on, is some of the new shows that they are having for the Celebration.
Right.
I'm really interested to see those. So, like the one, I can't remember what it's called, but where they're going to be painting and doing that while they're doing some high flying stuff. That looks really cool. So
yeah, that was what was really cool about the Mardi Gras being on it for the first time is, not having to go to of course they have shows in the main theater, all different types of shows, whether it's Broadway, playlist, or variety acts, but you have a different spot on the ship. And for us, with a 5-year-old, we're not typically going to go see an entire show and try to get up. And of course, there's a bunch of guests on, these XL class ships, and you're trying to squeeze by with drinks and all this other stuff. So for us, just even catching glimpses of shows as we're walking by or just standing at a table with a beverage worked wonders for us. And the fact that the shows were all new and fresh and different ideas was, something we had never seen before, because pretty much before, if you were on one Carnival ship and saw a show, you've seen it on, 10 other ships, but that's not the case anymore, which is cool.
Wait, I do want to comment on the shows and stuff. We had a couple questions though. Deidre says, is Carnival's Cheers program changing? I mean, I know they raised the price, which I wasn't happy about because I partake in the Cheers program, as I do. I know a lot of my friends are. But Deidre, I haven't heard it changing beyond, what it is currently. Currently, it's 15 drinks that contain alcohol and unlimited non-alcoholic drinks. That include like milkshakes from the Java Blue Cafe and any other place where you could get a milkshake or something. It also includes drinks like Gatorades and even like some Starbucks drinks and things like that. I've gotten free
drinks and all that.
Yeah, I mean, you can get all that stuff free, and those are unlimited, so you can get as many as you want. The only catch is you can't just go up and get like 5 of them. You got to wait 5 minutes in between each drink.
Yeah,
so
even if it's not or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, the
And
only
then,
thing I know the Carnival's changing with the alcohol is the bottles that you can buy. You can't buy anymore.
well,
Yeah.
actually, that's what Joseph's question was. That was another one. He says, "What do you guys think about Carnival not selling bottles of alcohol?"
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, Joseph, it doesn't really matter just because, I mean, back in the day, when I first started cruising, I, I found a way to smuggle a little bit in, not saying I
We don't
condone
talk
it.
about that, Brad.
Yeah,
We shouldn't talk about that, but there's some other ones that are talking about ways, and I'm like, guys, the
yeah.
Carnival might be monitoring you.
Yeah.
Well, long before Coach Cruise, we did a Hawaiian cruise, and I remember Jonah trying to sneak in a couple things, and one got caught, one didn't. But the thing I don't like about it is, if I'm out and about and I want a drink, I don't want to go all the way back to my room and then make a drink and then come all the way back out. So the bottles of liquor, for some people, like I say, they're moderate drinkers. They don't drink a lot. They could, make a drink that'll last them, 2, 3 hours until they can come back and get it. Sure. I guess I'd be disappointed with that. And honestly, I don't know the logic behind them canceling those bottles of liquor. I don't know whether they're trying to get more people to purchase
I
cheers.
think it might, and I don't know for sure. I don't have any inside information, but it might have to do with the fights and
Yeah.
and that, and Carnival's just trying to show that they're taking everything serious, and that might be. I don't know. I've asked because I get on Zoom calls with one of my BDM with Carnival every Tuesday morning, and I asked her that question, and she is mums, and they're all mums of the
Yeah.
reason why.
I did a video about the prepaid liquor bottles, and I just put my opinions. I thought there was two reasons. I kept coming across comments that were like, "Oh, they're cutting, to save, money, but they're losing money." I mean, they charge they was like $100 and something per bottle, so it's not like you can buy them at cost or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think the two reasons are just like Bruce said. They started the what is it called, where the minors can't be out, curfews for minors.
Curfew, yeah.
I think this goes hand in hand with underage drinking. If they have alcohol bottles in the room, no matter how great of a parent you are, if a teenager, whoever wants something, they're going to get it, no matter how much you're watching them. So they want to cut out that, of course, keep everybody safe, keep the fights to a minimum. I mean, even, all these brawls and things that have happened over this last year, even if it saved one or two of those brawls from happening, that would be worth it right there. They don't want that publicity. So, if they have the 15 drinks, of course, you're limited to that. You're cut off after the 15 drinks. But if you have that alcohol in your room, you could keep pouring and you get silly. And then the next thing you're in a huge fight with people. So I think those are spot on, the two reasons. But again, those are just my opinions. I have no idea if that's the case, but I think we're on it.
Yeah. Well, and Eric was chiming in, exploring with Eric. He's, he thinks it's definitely one of the big reasons to try to make more money, which, I mean, I'm guessing pretty much everything a business does, and the bottom line is to make more money. So maybe they think that helps their bottom line, which is the biggest thing. And Lito Tito agrees about the teens and the fights. That is one thing that I was really happy to see them, at least coming out and saying they're trying to be more proactive in dealing with some unruly teens and things like that. And, to be fair, most of the kids behave themselves. I know I've been annoyed by a few of them, as I'm sure many people have, but I've also, many of them have put a big smile on my face. I remember being on Mardi Gras and some kids coming up and talk to me and wanted to get in a picture and things like that. And, I had really good time, some really good mature teens just having fun and things like that. But then there are some that are, just like some bad adults, they're disrespectful, they're rude, but I mean,
I'm thankful because
like
I
that.
haven't really seen fights or the unruliness, but my wife and I were kind of old, so about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we're in our cabin anyways when most of that stuff happens. So I don't even. The only thing I can say is one time we were on the Vista and we were in bed, but all of a sudden we heard yelling and stuff going on where a husband and wife were having an argument, or husband and girlfriend. I don't know, it was a guy and a girl in a cabin, and we're like, what is going on? We don't know. We went out on our balcony, and next thing we knew, there was clothes and suitcases flying down over the ship. We're like, oh my goodness. So, someone was.
That's gonna be a rough trip home if they're traveling together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Joseph asked if I get the drink package. Yes, I do, Joseph.
Oh, same.
I've been purchasing the Cheers package for a long time. It's one of those things, and you hear so many people that are supportive of the Cheers package. They always say like, well, if you just get like 5-6 drinks, whatever, it pays for itself. And I'm definitely one of those that, over the course of the day, especially if it's a sea day, for sure, if it's a sea day, no problem, having 5 or 6 drinks. And I mean, one of my favorite places on the ship is the Alchemy Bar or Guy's Pig and Egg or someplace like that, where they have some good bourbons. And, you meet some people on the ship, or you're there with some people on the ship, and just kind of hang out, talk, have fun, talk to the bartenders, that kind of stuff. Just a relaxing time. So it's a lot easier to have a couple extra drinks when you're in that situation. So yes, definitely. Or if you're
I get it, but not for the drinks. We're not huge alcohol drinkers, but we drink a ton of coffee. So we go for that.
And that coffee
you get 4 or 5 of those out of too.
We typically get it. Well, the only time we didn't get it was when we went to Europe and then the Alaska cruises, just because we were off the ship so often and exhausted when we got back on the ship. But we also get it not only because we'll use it between alcoholic drinks and everything else, but also like not having to pay per drink and like kind of worry about how much you're spending. Like you already prepay for the Cheers, get it before it's already done. You don't have like those bills adding up, the whole cruise, and it's stressful. Like I just want it done and over with. I know that it's paid for. I don't have to worry about that huge bill at the end. So
yeah, no, that's 100% true. And honestly, that's one of my arguments for people that haven't been on cruises and things like that, to try it out. I'm like, because a lot of vacations you go on, you might say, oh, okay, we're going to go to Hawaii or whatever. And maybe you have the accommodations taken care of, but in a lot of cases, you're going to be paying for your food. You're going to be paying for your drinks. You're going to be paying for your excursions. And then you get over there. And I mean, you need to have like, a suitcase of money with you. I mean, or for when you get over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to cruise.
I sat down when we first started doing this. We've been cruising since 2015, and we sat down at probably about after our third cruise or so. We sat down and did an all-inclusive versus cruising, and did apples to apples. And when it's all said and done, there aren't very many so-called all-inclusive resorts that are truly all-inclusive. They might include one meal, and so
not only that, but the ones that are crap. A lot of them.
Yeah,
it's not good. The food is not good. The drinks are not good.
Exactly. And so that's what I did, and did it with my sister-in-law, because she wanted to go to an all-inclusive in Mexico. And so I had her put her package together the way she could do it. And then I put a package together on a cruise ship with a balcony, and I beat her by about $1,500.
Oh, wow.
When it all came came down to it and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you reminded me of I went on the Mardi Gras with a buddy of mine, and he hadn't been on a cruise, or he'd been on one prior cruise, but I guess him and his wife and the family, they would do like a semi family reunion type thing every year where they'd go to an all inclusive. And he was like looking at we were on the Mardi Gras, so it was a pretty good ship to be on.
Yeah.
But he's like, the food is awesome. There's all this entertainment. He's like, when I went to this all inclusive, they had a couple crappy shows. I mean, the drinks, it was like well drinks and bad alcohol, and the food was garbage. They had like 3 restaurants, but none of them were any good. I didn't, it just, and then we'll go back and we do that every year. He's like, this is way better. He's like, I mean, so yeah, I hear people talk about all inclusives too, but I mean, I haven't, when they compare it to a cruise ship, if the cruise ship cost is in the ballpark compared to that of a all inclusive, and obviously I'm not making any money for saying this, and we're all avid cruisers, so preaching to the choir, but yeah.
Not that I'm not against all inclusives, and we are gonna. Cindy and I have talked, and we are gonna do an all inclusive. But just money wise, it makes more sense to go on cruises. Just like booking the Icon of the Seas, it makes more sense right now for me to go book 3 or 4 other cruises and to do the Icon right now. So
yeah, absolutely. It's like if you like the movies used to be, right? When that new movie came out, it was, you could go to the theater and watch it for $15, but if you waited a couple months, you could go to the dollar theater and see it. It's like you might have to wait a little bit, be one of the last people to see it, but you could get a.
It'll still smell pretty new, so I'm
yeah, we've done quite a bit of all inclusives, but like again, it's for the people that don't just like to sit on the beach all day or in the pool all day. Like Michelle could absolutely do that, and we have a lovely time. And the thing I would say about all inclusives, that one thing that we really truly like is, like in Cozumel, for instance, when we stayed there for a week, you get to go out in town for the week, and of course you're spending money though, separate from the all inclusive, but you get to see the culture, the food, you get to spend time there with the locals. So that part of it is cool. You could truly say, like, listen, I've been to such and such place, instead of on a cruise ship where it's 6, 8
You're there for 5 hours or whatever. Yeah.
Right. So I would say in that aspect, all inclusives are really cool. But for our purpose, especially with a 5-year-old now, there's so much for everything. It's always cheaper, like hands down, when you consider flights, hotel, all that, drinks, blah blah blah. So yeah, we're just going to keep cruising.
Yeah, right. Well, just want to catch up with some comments here. So Lito Tito, and those of you that watch the show every week, you might have heard this story before, but he's referencing me playing craps. And, we were on the Carnival Horizon. And anyway, people were throwing the dice the whole week. We were like 5-6 days into the cruise. And a lot of times, people weren't rolling the dice all the way to the wall, or only one of the 2 dice were hitting the wall or whatever. And then even before it was my turn to roll, people were doing this. Well, one of the suits was there, I guess, inspecting, and he was behind one of the dealers. And I don't know whether he said something to the dealer or the dealer just got paranoid that he was back there. And, I threw the dice, and, I mean, for those people that don't know craps, when you roll the dice, the more the dice rolls, the more likely it is. The 7 is the most common number. So the more likely it's going to hit that 7. So ideally, you don't want the dice bouncing all over the place like crazy, because the easiest combination is 7. So if you can hit it, just throw it just right and just barely hit the wall, not have it rolling everywhere, it's to your advantage in a lot of cases. So I kind of did that, and one of my dice didn't hit the wall, but again, it was after a whole week and them not doing anything to anybody.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I kind of nodded my head, like, okay, whatever. And I threw it again, and then I think one dice hit the roll. But anyway, I just kind of got annoyed, and I basically the points that I'm making now are the same points I made to the cruise boss, and I was annoyed about it. So I picked the dice up, and then I'm getting ready to throw them, like, and it's like talking to somebody in the back, their backswing of hitting a golf ball or something. And this guy, the boss, that should know better, is saying something right as I'm about to throw the dice. And so like I stop, I set the dice down, I kind of turn around and walk away from the table, not far, but just like one step, and then turn back around, and yeah, so they enjoyed that. So yeah, Lito Tito's giving me some, because he was at the table when that happened. Let's see. Oh, and Tim says, I heard someone getting their money back if they see that they didn't drink at all. Yeah, and I've seen people too. Yeah, I've definitely seen that. So Tim is not wrong about that. And Lito is saying, you see more places on a cruise ship than one on an all-inclusive. Yeah, absolutely. And an all-inclusive, a lot of times people aren't even leaving the resort.
Most people don't, honestly.
That's true. I mean, on a cruise ship, you do get more likely to go to 2 or 3 different countries. You're going to different areas. But Andrew makes a good point of, you get to see more of that one area, that town, whether it's Cozumel or, wherever. But yeah, that's why we like cruising so much, and it's hard for me to go the other way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a blast, and we are going to try it. I'm just not sure when, because I haven't. Every time I get a chance, I'm booking another cruise, and it's like, well, we can't go yet. I'm sorry, honey.
I know.
One day down the road, we'll get there.
Right, and I have a timeshare too, and that's been the same problem too with all these cruises. It's like we don't have time to use the timeshare. Right. Exploring with Eric said, has anyone been on the Mardi Gras? And I know the answer. I know Andrew knows the answer to this too. Does La Cucina de Capitano and Shebang serve the main dining room? Or I think you mean the opposite. Does the main dining? Well, so yeah, actually, in both cases.
They have like dishes in the main dining room, but you can go there to those places for dinner.
Right. So the main one, Eric, I think that's of most interest to most people is on like the formal nights. Like if you go to Cucina, I know you can get the lobster and steak there, just like you could in the main dining room. Mm-hmm. And that's no extra charge or whatever, what they're serving. So they don't serve the entire main dining room menu,
right?
But some of the highlights of the main dining room menu. And then even in the main dining room, I've seen some Cucina items on there, like
usually have 1 or 2 plates or something like that.
Yeah.
So when you guys were on the Mardi Gras, did you guys eat at Shebang?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so how was that? Because I've heard different reviews having Mexican and Chinese combined. How was it?
I know Lito on here. Is a Shebang fan. I didn't care for. What did you think, Andrew?
I loved it. I mean, we went several times. Rhett loved it so much that he actually wanted to go there for his birthday. We let him pick. So the first time we went, we kind of messed around with the whole menu. We got a little bit of Mexican, a little bit of Chinese, and just kind of shared all the plates, which was a little unusual, but everything tastes good. It's just you're not used to eating like Mexican and Chinese together. And then the next, couple of times that we went, we just got Mexican the one time, and then we just got Chinese.
What were you ordering that you all loved? And then Tim and Lito, same. What did you guys order that you loved? Because I went, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, and I never had a meal that was like, wow, So it just was okay.
For the Chinese, I know I got Kung Pao chicken quite a bit, and that was really good. They also had these like vegetable rolls or veggie rolls or something like that. They were terrific. On the Mexican side, they had different types of like chips and cheese, like nacho, but they were done really good. And then I I can't remember exactly. It's been about a year now, but I know we kept getting a lot of the same each time. We would get like 1 or 2 new dishes, and then we'd get pretty much the same ones that we really enjoyed the previous time. So
Okay.
and I know my buddy ordered in Chibang. They only have a limited amount, but he got the duck for 2, but just for himself. But you have to like reserve it ahead. so the one night they only cooked like I guess 5 or something. They were all gone before we got there, so we had to like talk to the maitre d, and they reserved them one for the next time we went.
Yeah, I might have to get that when I go. Paul has checked in and welcome on to the show. Paul, are you on? Do you have a golden ticket? And so you say 5 more days. Are you just 5 more days because you're excited about the inaugural, or are you actually holding a golden ticket to go on the ship? I'm curious. So put in chat what you're doing. Okay, quit scratching me. Sadie would like me to remind anybody out there that today she's getting a full hot dog for any $10 super chat. And she's had plenty, but apparently she's still hungry. So, oh, Paul, are you by a computer? Because I would like to get you on. Because you leave for Southampton Thursday. He's got a golden ticket. Well, you know what?
Wow.
I'm gonna put this link right in the chat here for you, Paul. And oh, there we go. Bruce is stepping up. Bruce is stepping up. Here you go. You can quit scratching up my arm for 5 seconds. Go away. Stay down there for a while. Oh, exploring with Eric, you're going too. Oh, well, yeah. Nice. I mean, either both of you guys, jump in there, because I've been wanting to get some people, and and I talked to some people that are already over there, and they were going to try to stay up to get on the show, but over there it's midnight, 1 a.m. depending on exactly where you are in Europe. So yeah, if you guys hit that link there, you should be able to get online. Oh, Paul's on his tablet. So yeah, that StreamYard thing. I don't think you can phone.
It's like Safari.
Yeah, and I don't think you can. Like if you're on your phone, you couldn't join, right? But
no, on my phone I could. It was just I'm on my my MacBook Air now, but I had to download Chrome. It wouldn't let me with Safari.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, hey guys, this has been an absolute blast. I got to get away from my live that's happening in about 12 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Bruce,
we had to switch to Tuesday nights due to a working conflict. So yeah, everyone, when you're done with the coach, come on over.
Nice.
We need you two on too. So come on over, check your messages.
Awesome. Right. Bruce, appreciate the talk.
Thanks,
yeah.
All right.
Good seeing you, man. Thanks.
Good seeing you guys.
And Sadie, Sadie wants to give an extra high five for.
All right, Sadie, high five.
Her favorite person of the show.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, man.
Oh, look, we got Paul. Well, we had Paul. Paul was checking in for a second. Try to hit that link again, Paul, because and then Paul, when you do come back on, make sure you mute you can't mute the YouTube, but just X out the YouTube. And I see Sanders coming on too. So we're getting all kinds of people jumping in here. But yeah, because if you have YouTube on in the background and the sound is on, then that's where we get the background show. Sandra, your video has not come up yet, and we got Z jumping in, and there's Paul. So I am going to add Paul in here first. All right, can you hear us, Paul?
Yes, I can. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am doing just great. How are y'all doing?
Oh,
not as good as you.
We don't have
oh goodness, kitty cat. Yes, we've been waiting 2.5 years for this. We've had our golden ticket.
Oh man.
And I missed your last chat. I wanted to get on it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited. You know, I mean, I'm excited. I'm not even going.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
So, Paul, did you book it like when they just opened bookings, or when did you actually book it?
We booked it not last summer, the summer before last.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
Well, let me ask you this, and I don't want a dollar amount or anything. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, but there's been a lot of people kind of complaining about the Icon of the Seas inaugural, because they're selling selling the inaugural cruise for the Icon of the Seas, and a lot of people have been saying they're asking a steep price.
Yeah.
And I know inaugural cruises in general are going to be more than your average cruise, but would you say, was it ridiculous, or was it like, obviously more? I mean, were they fair in your mind, or did they kind of really
they gouge you?
Yeah.
No, it was fair price. I thought it was.
Okay.
I went on a Hawaii cruise, and it wasn't much more than that.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear all about it. I'm so excited for just everyone to get on it for the first time.
Now, have you been on the Mardi Gras, Paul?
No, I've never been on the Mardi Gras. I just got off the Freedom a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
This is actually going to be my platinum cruise.
Oh, nice. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is this your very first transatlantic?
Yes, very first transatlantic.
Awesome.
That's on my bucket list. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
I keep telling Carnival, well, nobody listens to me, but I wish they would build the ships to be ready like over the summer so I could actually go.
Well, I'm not retired, so I'm having to use a lot of comp time to take off, but
nothing wrong.
I'm taking November off. I'm taking November off to go.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. And now, is there anything? Have you been doing research on the ship? Is there anything you're looking forward to more than other things? Or
I've been watching John Hill, watching him show the ship. Right. I am just looking forward to exploring it, seeing what all it's got.
It's a big mama jama. You're gonna get lost. Just hint.
I'm used to the smaller ships, the Fantasy, and a little bit bigger. But
now, do you like going to the Broadway type shows, Paul?
I do. I do like going to the Broadway shows. Me and my wife love them. We try to get on them.
Okay, well, I mean, and I think Andrew's going to agree with me, because he recommended a couple as well. But the shows are awesome in Grand Central, and they have some good shows that I'm excited. I wish I could be there with you to watch those, but like Love in Vegas, Voodoo Moon, We Are One, Strings. Those are 4 shows that I saw all on the Mardi Gras, and absolutely phenomenal. It's worth it, in my opinion. Andrew, you can chime in on what you think. For you to try to get there 45 minutes to an hour.
Here you go.
Oh yeah.
And
my check-in time's at 11:30 in the morning, so maybe I'll get there and be able to explore the ship. And then I definitely want to see all the shows.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
What Andrew would you say is a must, compared to the Mardi Gras to?
I mean, there's so many musts on that ship. I mean, the first thing you're going to want to do is don't even look at the deck plans. Just start walking around and enjoying all of the decorations, interior design, the colors. I mean, this is a brand new, person that designed the ship compared to the other previous ships, minus the Mardi Gras. And then I think the Breeze and one other one. But, it's just spectacular. It'll blow you away. Lee Mason, I don't know if you've ever sailed with him before, but him opening this ship is historical. He's going to be absolutely amazing. He always is. but I know he's going to bring it for this specifically. So make sure you try to pick his brain for just a second. But there's so many areas that we just love. Summer Landing, you get a good day, great area just to hang out. Pig and Anchor, all of that. Heroes Tribute Bar, one of my favorite places on the ship, which is also in Summer Landing. So I love that they have a area now that, they honor, veterans and military.
Yes. We enjoy going to the military program every time.
That's awesome. And, thank you guys for your service, obviously. But Andrew makes an excellent point, and that's something that I ended up doing, is especially if you're used to smaller ships. I walk decks 6, 7, 8 backwards and forwards for exercise, but also to learn the lay of the land. I remember taking about an hour to just walk, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get my steps in. I'm going to do it walking the ship rather than on a treadmill or something like that. And then, going upstairs and seeing where everything is, because on a ship that big, I mean, the good thing is you're on longer than 7 days since you're
14. 7 days is not enough for that size ship. I mean, we were lucky enough to be on the Mardi Gras for 21 days. And even after 21 days, we still didn't get everything done. I mean, there were still a few items that, we just couldn't get to. But you're on it for a good time. So just definitely try to make use of your time and do absolutely everything you can.
Right. And we will. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And any advice from somebody that's been on the Mardi Gras would help. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you have the internet package?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do.
Well, hey, I wouldn't mind you messaging me. A couple videos so we can see some behind the scenes. Before everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love that. But I wanted to welcome, we got Sandra, the Coach Cruise TikTok CEO.
Hey, Sandra.
I love it. Hey, so right before I joined this call, we were up to 999 followers.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Well, I'm sure it'll be 1,000 before we check. The crazy thing is that Coach Cruise was just sitting there like a log in the woods. I mean, it was doing nothing. I had like one video on there, and then I've done. I think I'm responsible for 2 videos out of whatever's on there. One of them is this dog, and another one is when I was in Cabo. That one I'm proud of. That one I thought was pretty.
Nice. It's a nice one. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything else is Sandra, and she's grown that from nothing to.
That's amazing, because I actually try to put videos out on TikTok. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I get no views. I don't know what's going on.
But that's the best thing is I like to watch it from a fan's perspective or something. So every time I'm watching, it's like, like it's new. Like obviously I didn't create it, so I don't know what I'm going to see.
I'm just going to have my 5-year-old take it over soon, and I'm sure
Yeah. That's interesting because TikTok's very intuitive. So it's easy to, once you have an idea in your head, it's easy to put it out there, and like based on the videos or photos that you upload, it automatically recommends like a song, right? And I've never gone with the recommended song because in my head I've already picked a song or something close. So, but it's once you've done a couple, it's not so hard.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
You'll have
we've gotten this far with just limited creator tools, so I'm looking forward to once we hit that 1,000
you get more stuff
followers, we get more tools to use. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how, I know how the YouTube works kind of. Followers and milestones and that kind of thing, but yeah, I have no idea what you got to do for TikTok or when something special happens, but 1,000 is special. I know the 1,000 for YouTube is really special. I don't know how that compares with YouTube, but
I'm gonna have to take a shot for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, Coach won't do that because I think he's a rookie now. So he's getting all the shot. He's getting all the hot dogs to the dog. I said, man, come on, Dad. You got to do hot.
Hey, I'll be back at it next week, Z.
Yeah.
I take one day off, and I'm already getting grief.
You know what? I cannot take a day off because I have the shakes.
Yeah.
Well, since Coach is not doing one, I'm gonna do one myself.
I'm gonna do a shot right now. This is core shot. This is pretty strong stuff.
Oh yeah, right. Well, hey, Coach, I talked to Derek while he was on the Prima. And basically, we talked to Facebook.
Eric was just talking about the Prima too, and just real quick, not to interrupt you, Z, but it just on some comments here because we were asking Paul, and he said that the deal was fair for the inaugural on the celebration, but a lot of people are saying that Carnival's very fair, and the inaugural and the Jubilee was very fair, but the Prima was overpriced. And the Icon is obviously overpriced. A lot of people think so. And Fireball Steve just followed Sandra, so he wanted to let you know that we
nice.
1,000.
Yay!
I was saying you because it really is you. So, but I mean, I know the name is on it, but
well, Coach, you need to buy her a cruise that she's helping you on TikTok.
All right.
I need a Sandra in my life. Where can you
Yeah,
go?
I need a girlfriend in my life. Y'all are married, but I need a girlfriend, man. Come on. But yeah, he was telling me he was showing it live for the 24-hour bar and restaurant. I said, man. So me and him did a couple of shots of Fireball. That cruise ship looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And it was probably about 11:30 when he called me, and it was basically no problems with the internet because I guess everybody else was asleep. So basically, he did a tour for me. I said, "Man, I want to go so bad," but I am talking to him tomorrow about the Icon. Definitely, I'm going to book it. I'm not going to book the first one, but I'm going to book it later on and do the monthly payments, so it won't kill me.
Yeah.
Because when the first day I saw the Icon, I saw the price, I said, man, I got to give out a kidney to buy the whole thing. Come on. But Derek and Amanda had so much fun. I haven't seen Amanda so happy. She was, and
you know what? They're looking great. I made the comment on their Facebook page, but I think they both lost weight.
Well,
they're slimming up. Yeah, they might have been working out, or all those baseball practices and running the kids around. I think is
well, they're getting ready for the New Year's Eve cruise, so they're going to get into that. Yeah.
So Sandra, CME Traveling was asking. I thought the link was Coach Cruise. Is it Coach Cruisers? Fireball Steve is saying Coach
on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's Coach. It should be Coach Cruise 1, I believe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was the Instagram or.
Oh, you know what? That might be Instagram. No, I think it's also Coach Cruise.
Yeah, I thought TikTok was just regular
Coach Cruise. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Coach, real quick, Ocean took my time slot, so I said he could do that because he got more people than I do. And I usually be on at 8:00. So, but he's doing good. I mean, he's doing real good.
Who you talking about, Z?
Ocean.
Oh yeah. He's
Oh yeah, he's live.
He's going on right
he's
now.
On now.
Yeah.
So
so
my spot.
Paul, I wanted to get back to Paul real quick because he's gonna be on the Carnival Celebration.
There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Is that your drinking? Oh,
amazing.
You want to try to show me out, man? Come on now.
I'm just showing my golden luggage tag.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing the drinking.
It should be gold. It shouldn't be red. It should be gold. All those should be gold. It's like
I know, but it says platinum now.
Well, I mean, getting on a cruise ship for the first time.
It should be gold.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it really is like a ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? Because you don't
It
know
is.
exactly.
It is.
But the old one or the new one? Wait,
Yeah.
the
Well,
old one or the new one?
The old one's classic.
The old one.
I like
Yeah.
the old one.
I like the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what was the name of the guy with the curly hair?
Gene Wilder.
Oh yeah, Gene Wilder. Yeah, he was a good one. He was a
But
good
the
one.
thing about him was, I first saw him in Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
I have the whole
Richard
thing.
Pryor is from my hometown. He's from Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, man, when I saw that movie, I had asthma too, so I about medicine. I was laughing so hard. Those two guys were, you know what? The thing about those two guys, they would not be funny right now because they'd be political correctness, but those two guys were incredible.
Well-
I remember when I was listening to Richard Pryor when they had records, and I stole my dad's record, Richard Pryor Live. Oh man.
Paul, I was going to say, my favorite place to eat on the ship probably was Shaq's Chicken.
Oh,
Okay.
Those Shaq's Chicken sandwiches at the back of, what is it, like deck 16 or something like that?
Yeah, Lido Deck, Shaft. It used to be where the pizza place was, but now it's
Shaq's Chicken.
chicken is so good. You'll never have a good chicken sandwich again. I like we've tried to remedy it, and it just doesn't work. I got to get a big chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, Shaq's Chicken. I preferred Shaq's Chicken over Guy's Burgers.
Oh yeah, me
Really
too.
did.
Me too.
Wow.
And I didn't even go to the Blue Iguana. I mean, not that I dislike the Blue Iguana or anything like
There's just
that,
so
but
many more options.
yeah, it's just like the Shaq's Chicken. But if I got hungry and I'm like, I'm gonna go get another chicken, But
There was days where we had it like no joke 3 times a day.
well, I bet you got me beat then. For sure. The street eats is a neat thing too.
Okay.
I mean, you won't eat that every day, but they just give you kind of like a appetizer portion
Yeah.
and you can kind of walk by and see like, oh, that looks good. I'll try that out or whatever and see what you like. But yeah, all the restaurant options are pretty cool. I mean, for Cucina to be free and Shebang to be free and Guy's Pig and Anchor to be free. And I know Guy's Pig and Anchor on the first day, the first evening, they have, I wouldn't call it filet mignon, but they do have a nice cut of steak that's free at Guy's Pig and Anchor. The first, now that's typically on a Saturday, like a normal 7-day sailing. I don't know if that'll be different since it's the inaugural, but yeah, Guy's Pig and they got some loaded tots, the Guy's Pig and Anchor. If you like tater tots,
Okay.
those are pretty tasty. But and I'm sure the live music's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm excited for you. Like I said, I'm excited to see videos from everybody. And feel free to send any kind of videos you want my way via Messenger. I'll be happy to look at them. I'm sure Andrew probably feels the same way.
Yeah.
And let me know if you want them featured on our TikTok.
Yeah. Sandra will make you famous, Paul.
Oh no.
Be like, I filmed that video and now it's on TikTok.
Now it's on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on YouTube too, for that matter. So Thursday. So you are you all packed? Is there anything left you got to do?
I am all packed. My wife is she's not packed at all.
Better hurry up.
Today was her last day at work until after Thanksgiving. My last day at work was last Saturday, so I'm all packed. We just got to get to London and take a bus to Southampton for our hotel. Nice. Stay there a couple of days. Hopefully I'm close enough where I can walk or get to the port and see it come in.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Get a video of it arriving. That would be awesome.
I would love that. I would love to be able to do that.
Sandra. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sandra, CME Traveling wants to know what I think your individual YouTube link is.
Oh, I don't have one. I'm just doing TikTok.
Oh, that's what I. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did say YT. Yeah. So CME, they just do. Well, I mean, what's your that? Maybe that's what they meant. What's your TikTok? Or
Your TikTok or my TikTok?
I think yours. I think they're
Mine
asking
is Sandy Loves Sailing. Sandy,
okay.
SANDILUVS, sailing.
All right. So CME.
You'll see some interesting stuff there.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Let's see. Eric says it's coming in early in the morning, and I know from watching John Heald's, I know we were talking about this, and Paul has, but I know has been watching as well. That they're leaving. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow they're leaving. Yeah, so they're leaving the shipyard. So I'm sure John Heald will have plenty of video of them sailing and stuff. So, oh yeah, while we're at it, and it won't keep everybody much longer because I know we're over. So there's so much I loved about the Mardi Gras, but there were 5 things. Like it's like, if you got to try to think of some creative content, like what are 5 things that weren't perfect, and it was hard to think of 5 things, but one was, and Andrew could probably relate to this. So Java Blue sometimes. A lot of times, actually, on the Mardi Gras, the line would be seemingly 50 people deep. And it's like, I'm not waiting in that line for coffee. But one way to dodge that bullet is if you go to the Bar Della Rosa on deck 8. They have the coffee machines there where they make your espresso, everything else.
Okay.
And usually there's a line of like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, there's a small line, but honestly, for the first sailing, many people might not know about that. So that's a good one.
Yeah, so that'll save you. So if you want coffee, Paul,
okay,
you go to Bar Della Rosa, and you can cut that line, and you don't have to wait for people. Now the video I made were 5 things, and I said hate's too strong a word, but that's what they like to use. I did go on the water slides. There was only one water slide I liked. The other 2 I thought were duds or kind of boring. But the orange slide where the thing dropped out. So I'm wondering if, Mardi Gras improved the water slides at all, or whether they're the same as the ones on Mardi Gras. The Havana area, I would like to see them make some kind of alteration or change to the Havana area, because the Vista class ships did the Havana area right.
Yeah.
And the Mardi Gras, it's lacking, the pool and everything. So I'm wondering if there's anything they did to make the Havana area more inviting or more like the Vista class ships. The walking track, and this one is crazy to me.
Yeah.
As massive as that ship is, there is one lane, one little lane for people to run around.
Well, that and the water slides are right there, so it's always wet.
Yeah.
Kids running across or whoever, but and you have the poor crew up there trying to dry it all day long, but it's always wet.
Right. I mean, you would think, obviously that was literally the last thing. I think they finished the ship and everything was done, and they're like, oh hell, we forgot to put the back in. Where are we going to put this at? Let's weave through these metal bars here, and we can make one lane if we do this right.
Yeah.
And then the 5th thing I put, the Serenity deck is as big as it is. It's a massive area, and Andrew knows, being on the ship and all. But the pool is a great addition, but the pool is so small. It would get packed in that pool. Like literally packed, like almost sardine level packed.
Yeah.
Wow.
The pool was small, and also the problem we had, I don't know if you had it, but on the 3 times we were there, anytime we were at sea for the day, like it was barely usable, because it was like a wind tunnel. Like we were trying to get, Fresh Creations, the salad bar, up there and hang out and eat, and literally like the lettuce would be flowing out of the bowl while you're eating it, and you just can't hang out up there. So at port it's a lovely area, but it creates like this wind tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, I did see it get windy up there, man, not quite as bad. So I guess I was lucky that way. I mean, it's a great area, it really is. But I just think for as large a size as that is given and dedicated, that they could have made the pool bigger.
Bigger.
Did you use Loft 19 at all, Brad?
No, I didn't pay the extra to get up there.
I didn't either, but we sweet talked one of the crew members to just at least let us up to get some content. So
yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, those were my 5 things that I picked on the Mardi Gras. It was so hard to come up with even that list. But yeah, that's what. So exploring with Eric says, what about the water hole pool?
You mean I think he means Summer Landing pool.
Oh, yeah.
Water hole bar. I think
that was your guys' favorite spot, right?
Yeah, we loved it. And now that bar is not open all the time. I think it's probably something to do with wind or weather or whatnot. So it wasn't open a lot of times, but when it was, that area was the best area. I mean, you have bar service, bar runners. The pool for us was never packed. Had comfy chairs. You had the bathrooms right there, and then of course Pig and Anchor as well right inside. So we love that area, and for Rhett it worked wonders.
And exploring with Eric, who's going to be on the transatlantic with you, Paul.
Okay.
He said Loft 19 they wanted $2,000.
They did. They sent me to get it, and it was at first it was 19, and then it was 22.50. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd be right there with you. I wouldn't just say no. I'd say hell no.
I don't understand
Exactly.
where they see the value. I don't know. I mean, maybe for some,
it looked nice. It really did, but I can't see myself paying that much when I took 4 cruises last year and they weren't that much altogether.
right? Yeah.
I mean, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I was on the Ecstasy for the March 5th cruising where all the ships met up, the celebration cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on the Mardi Gras. We were waiting.
You were saying hey to me. I was saying hey to y'all. Yeah.
Well, and Will made a good point about the pool, and you know what? I think if they'd done this, yeah, it might have been just right. But he said they should have used that seating area as part of the pool. For those of you who've seen the Mardi Gras, they have this seating area that's dug down just about, like almost like it was in a continuation.
It's like they almost went that way, and then we're like, you know what? We just need some more seats right here.
Yeah. And it would be interesting to get an engineer type person that understands the the whole putting a pool on a ship kind of thing, and if you could go bigger, like what does it interfere with and that kind of thing. Yeah. Angie's saying good night. Those of you cruising, yeah, and well, you'll be there soon too, Angie. And thanks for staying on this long. I didn't know you were on this long. You know what? For that matter, Sandra, Andrew, Paul, do you all want to say anything else, or we can?
Well, I'm going to drop because the Astros are losing, and it's because I'm not watching. I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't.
I got to go watch my team.
No,
you're watching.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So they'll bring it home, Sandra. Andrew, you got anything?
No, I mean, I'm just excited to see the celebration here.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's arriving already. It feels like just yesterday they broke steel on it. So super excited. And everybody in the chat and that joined the video, I mean, everybody was so interactive. So appreciate all the comments and questions and all that stuff. So,
and your weekly show and time?
So we were doing lives on Fridays at 8, just with Rhett, with school and everything else, we kind of stopped that. So now I'm doing premiere videos at 8 on Fridays. And I post regularly content pretty much every day, whether it's a short video or me talking or having the family and vlogs. So we're always putting stuff out.
All right. Very cool. Well, I guess that's it, everybody. And again, I know we're dropping off. We went overtime a little bit today, but it was fun. We had it was easy conversation. Paul, thank you for jumping in. And,
Paul, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think
where would I send video to you if I took them on the ship?
Brad Dowling on Messenger. Are you on Facebook?
My wife is. I am not, but my wife is.
Yeah, if you just, I'll type my name in here too. But if you, it's in the chat there, right there, Brad
It's in
Dowling.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tim and Joseph and Ronnie. I didn't even see you in here, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so yeah, if you just and if you look on Brad Dowling, because there's more than one of me, believe it or not, on Facebook. But you'll see a big bald head picture with you'll be able to figure out which one's me.
Which one's you? Okay.
Yeah. And then yeah, so that'd be awesome for sure. And if by some chance you can't get a hold of me, if you type a comment or something on one of my Coach Cruise videos, in the comments, I'll be able to see that as well.
Okay. Okay.
Kathy knows you, Paul. You're famous.
Kathy knows me. Yeah, that's my sister.
Donna Gia?
Duniji?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Duniji? Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to send her your link while I was talking to you and didn't want to look so obvious.
Oh, no, that's okay. Now we got to do that stuff all the time when we're on here, so no worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, we're Andrew and I are both jealous. I'm sure a lot of the people watching are jealous, but having
yeah,
cruise.
I tried to get on your last chat. I had a notification set up. I was busy with other things, external things, and next thing I know, it was over.
No worries. You're on tonight, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. The other thing too, would love for you to do this, and I wanted to get some other people. So if you do already have the internet, and the live or the internet on the ships is tricky, Andrew and I know that as well as anybody. But if we can get you live while you're actually on the ship,
when's your next live?
Well, it's usually Tuesday, but
Tuesday. Okay.
For anybody that's willing to go live that has the internet package, any celebration cruisers out there, I will be happy to put you on live, if for no other reason, for me to see the ship. You could walk us around and give us a sneak peek of everything like John's been doing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and thank you everybody
for
watching that stayed on this long, and we'll see everybody
safe, Paul.
Probably before Tuesday if we can go live. And yeah, Paul, when you get to England or whatever, message me, but we'll get you on here live and we'll do something the day of your first sailing on November 6th.
Okay.
Cool.
I look forward to it.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right. We'll see you later. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.